claim for the Batman thing?
Batman thing, not the...
Oh, we got claim for the Ninja Batman thing? Is that why that went up? No. It said specifically like minute 42. Oh, no, maybe we didn't look it up. I don't know.
Because that would make more sense than the Catch Me Outside.
No, it was the Catch Me Outside girl.
I think it was the Catch Me Outside girl. Yeah, Daniela,
the
whatever her name
timestamp
is.
was at that moment.
They're vicious. They're notoriously vicious for takedown notifications.
We also got
starting this rumor right now.
We got claimed copyright because we played the entire Batman movie once. That stuff.
The best Batman movie, the 1989
So a little while
Batman
ago,
movie?
you were talking about Kevin for interrupting you.
Yeah.
And then Nick says, like, knock, knock. So I said, who's there? And he says, interrupting cow. And I said, interrupting, and he goes, ooh. And cows don't ooh, cows moo.
I got really excited about the joke. And
you swallowed the M.
I
you just forgot the M was there.
Because I get so excited to hang out with you. I don't see that much. You're always working from home now.
Right.
You're always doing party mode at home because apparently you get way more done there than when me and Kevin and Greg and Tim and Cool Greg is just running by your desk eating your cookies.
Yeah.
My favorite thing yesterday was that Kevin, mid-show, I think I was talking to him, got up, looked at me, nodded at me, and just ran out and stole one of your cookies.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
He walked up and said, I'm gonna go and take one now. Because I offered one earlier.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad that you offered him one.
Yeah.
And then he took instead of just taking one, like I do sometimes. Like when Joey's not here, sometimes when I'm feeding for some of those good carbs, you know, when my blood sugar dips just a little too low, I'm like, I gotta get back to carb. I'll eat whatever I find that's Joey's. I don't know why it's always
The other
Joey's.
day you tried to...
I had a box of Cheez-Its on my desk for like weeks.
They were so
The other
stale
day,
by the
Nick-
end of it, but I made it through.
You tried to trick me and point outside of the window and say, hey, what's that out there? And I knew immediately I got to protect my goldfish crackers. So I grabbed my bag and he's like, oh, let me have some. But, oh, what's that out there? Just the
I got
neighborhood?
you for a second.
No.
Because there's always something weird happening out there. There's a guy on his fucking porch
I knew
smoking a cigarette.
exactly what you were
There was
doing.
a giant fluffy dog. Joey literally ran out. When I was mid-sentence to her, she ran out, and I was like, what is she looking at?
There's always an
It's like
old
there was
man walking
fluffy
a
dog.
Pomeranian, and he looks like Gus Sorolla from far away.
That's fair. Maybe it is Gus Sorolla.
I think it is.
That would be a Gus thing to do.
No, Gus would never
Fly
live
all
in
the way to
San
San Francisco once a week just to fucking walk a Pomeranian.
Gus would never fucking in his life
He might.
want to live in San Francisco. He would complain about it nonstop.
He complains about living in Texas.
I guess you're right.
That's fair. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Con Funny Morning Show. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine December 6th, Wednesday. It is midweek. It's hump day. I'll leave that joke where it's at. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, we do this show each and every day at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come join us live in the chat, like so many of you are right here. If you can make it, if you can't, we put it on YouTube, put it on iTunes, put it on all sorts of services. If you're over watching this on YouTube later in the day, if it's like 5 o'clock your time, hey, guess what? What's 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock?
Somewhere.
Subscribe.
5
o'clock
somewhere.
YouTube says 5 o'clock. No problem. Subscribe. That's their new motto.
That's their slogan now?
That's their slogan. 5 o'clock. Subscribe.
They're going in a new direction.
They're
It's
just
pretty interesting.
You know, it's more focused. It's more niche.
Streamlined.
As they say. It's streamlined. Thank you very much. Of course, my name is Nick Scarpino. I will be your host for today. Hosting with me as well as Mr. Maximo Andy Cortez. They call him the Candy. They call him the Andy. I call him the Texan. I call him McConaughey. You're the McConaughey of our group.
Am I?
Aren't you?
Not really.
Aren't you?
No, I don't smoke a lot of pot. I don't.
It'd be cooler if you did.
That's a quote.
Way cooler
That's a
if you
quote
did.
for shit, dude.
I'm on today, even though I'm tired.
I'm in 2017. You're in 3017.
I did
right
two. I did 2 mics last night. That took me till about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I did well, but man, when I got home, the problem is like if you buy drinks at these places, you get more time, so you get like an extra 2 minutes. But I don't want to drink. I don't like alcohol that much, so I buy like a sugar-free Red Bull. But I always forget. I shouldn't do that at 9 o'clock at night because I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I was watching car shows till 2. I was watching Bitchin' Rides last night till 2 o'clock in the morning, which I'm sure is a show you've never heard of before.
Never.
But it's a great show.
Have you been watching that the Top Gear, new version of Top Gear?
No.
No?
I don't like Top Gear that much.
Fuck.
Here's what I like about what I want out of a car show. I want it to be a car restoration show.
Oh, okay.
Or I want it to be, basically that's what I want. I want to see them take something that was old and ugly and refurbish it and reuse it and make it beautiful again and make someone happy with it.
I couldn't
That's
give a
what I like
lesser
watching.
shit about cars.
Yeah.
I love like Top Gear and then the new. I forgot the Amazon Prime version. I'm sure someone will say it in chat.
Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the Grand Tour, I think is what
Grand
it's called.
Tour.
Yeah.
The Grand Tour. Yeah.
I was going to say Greatest, but we were talking about that earlier today. Of course, if you guys are here with us live for the chat, do us a favor. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch Prime subscription. It's very easy to link the accounts, and you can subscribe to us for free. What do you get? You get cool little emotes, you get private chat time with us, and when we play games, which has happened a lot lately, you get to play with us. We draw from that pool of subscribers. Also, it's cooler if you
Has it happened a lot lately?
And I call you next guy's not, huh? Because we went on break recently, but we were on a tear there for a while. Halloween was a big time for us. Good time for us. All of November, a little bit of a drought. December, we're bringing it back with all those great Christmas games.
I hate how drought's spelled.
How do you spell drought?
D-R-O-U-G-H-T.
O-U-G-H-T. It's like donut.
I'm going to put it on the Twitter poll.
Put it on the poll. Is drought stupid?
Do you hate the way drought is spelled?
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, go ahead and click that button. We love you. This is your daily reminder for that. Also, daily fun reminder. While I'm doing that, cool, Greg, sorry, throwing you for a little bit of loop. Bring up Andrea, please. Bring up the...
That link didn't work. I tried to find it and I couldn't. So.
Oh, just type in there.
Yeah.
Trending gamer
award.
Right your vote. I go to vote.
Vote.
Yeah.
There you go. You type in, look at that. He just did it right there. Bring it up for the audience, please. This is your also daily reminder to please go and vote for Andrea Renee. I believe today is the last day, as if I'm not mistaken, the video game awards are this weekend, are they not?
I won't be there.
Friday?
But no, they're Thursday night. Tim and I will be doing a watch along here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames.
There you go.
I believe it starts at 6 p.m. or something, but we'll be here at 5:30.
I'll be here in spirit.
Yeah.
And when I get back in the next day, I'll be like, hey, what were all the cool trailers they showed?
You should just come. We'll buy pizza. It'll be a fun thing. We could set up the couch.
Look I don't
Hang
force
with
you
your
guys.
bros.
I don't force you guys to watch the Academy Awards, right? I don't force you guys to do that.
I like it though.
You want to do a watch party this year where we dress up with tuxedos?
I would love to.
Joey! Oh, I wish Joey would pay attention to me just once.
She's
just
fine.
one time. No, that's probably, yeah. It's about 10
it's
o'clock.
11
That's
a.m.,
my time.
dude. Are you kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen. Other fun news. Can you bring this up real quick, Greg? We are excited to announce that Greg Miller and Jessica Chobot will once again be hosting the DICE Awards. They had a great time hanging out together last year. The awards went very, very well, and they were like, if it ain't fucking broke, don't fix it. This is perfect. So congratulations to them. They will be hosting those. Also, our dear, dear friend Jessica Chobot will be with him. I haven't talked to Jess in forever, but we keep up.
I romanced Jessica Chobot's character in Mass Effect 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's not creepy at all. Hey, question for you.
Yeah.
We talked about this before.
Yeah.
But I want to make this the thing this year.
Okay.
I want to put it in your brain because you make shit happen.
Okay.
Academy Awards party.
Oscar party, yeah.
Oscar party. We take the desk out, we put the couch in, red carpet, we all dress up.
That's gonna be so fun.
You know what I'm talking about?
This.
We do drinking games for you. We have a lot of fun. Watch along. How do you feel about that?
I feel really good about that.
Okay, let's get that on the books right now.
Now
Let's
that I
start.
have my movie pass, I feel like I'm going to be able to see a lot more movies, and I'll have more to contribute to the discussion.
That's something that we need to talk about that though, because I don't want to watch the Academy Awards without at least having seen all the movies in the major category, like in the Best Picture category.
Done.
Okay. And I think I'm sorely lacking at this point because I haven't seen like.
You saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
That was last year, I think.
Daddy's Home.
You saw Daddy's Home 2.
I have not seen Daddy's Home 2 yet.
Yeah, trying to convince me to go. I don't know.
You got a movie pass. You realize the one major misstep of this whole process is that you have to now spend more time with Kevin.
Well, I'm gonna go today without him.
Oh, make a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
That'll just piss him off.
I know.
That'll piss him off. He has not stopped
Joey,
talking about.
you went without me? What are you doing?
You know what I was gonna see? I was gonna see The Mummy. It's in theaters one day. I'm gonna see it 5 times. I'm gonna see it 5 times. 5 times.
What is that? What accent is that?
It's just Kevin when he gets super excited, like he was all day yesterday when we went to Chevy's. Remember when we went to Chevy's?
It's called Chevys. God. It's called Chevys.
Chevy's.
And
how do you say it again?
I kept asking,
Chevys?
where are we going? And I heard you and Kevin saying, Chubbies. And I was like, what's
First off,
Chubbies?
I have never. How dare you? How dare you? I have never sounded like that.
No,
in my
you didn't
entire
say
life.
it. No, but I'm doing the Kevin version of it. Chubbies. I was like, what's Chubbies? Yeah, Chubbies.
This is Gitras.
Gitras.
Gitras?
Chubbies.
Gitras?
Oh God, I was just.
We went to Chevy's yesterday for lunch.
And then
it was
Tim
fun.
said Chevys. It's like the Mexican Olive Garden. I was like, oh right.
That is a great and perfect way of describing Chevy's. It is in fact the Mexican Olive Garden.
I'd say way better at Mexican than Olive Garden is at Italian.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I did in my life when I moved up here. I never again thought I'd eat at an Olive Garden. I thought I had moved beyond that, right? That and Spaghetti Factory were the two restaurants when I first moved up here back in the winter of 2005. Actually, I think I just passed my 11-year mark. 12-year mark, 2005. Yeah. I never thought I'd eat at either of those restaurants, and I've eaten at Spaghetti Factory probably once every Comic-Con. And now, because of Andrea Renee, soon to be your trending gamer of the year for 2017.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's get it.
Woo!
I eat there way more than I want to. Did it give me the squeegees last time we ate there? No. Did it maybe give someone else the squeegees?
Real bad. I had to get out of the car. When we were driving back, it was me, Tim, and Kevin, I believe.
Tell that story in detail.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Was it me, Tim? Was it me, Tim, Kevin, and you, or just me, Tim, and you?
It was just me, Tim, you.
Okay, so it was me, Tim, and Cool Greg, and I knew something was wrong, right? So first off, I ordered the linguine pasta,
Pasta, as they say
with
there.
like garlic aioli, fucking something or other. I don't know, and I got shrimp in there as well.
Shrimp may have been where the misstep happened.
Here is how the fucking dish looked. Everybody in the audience right now, turn off your monitor because we need to remove the excess light.
Andy,
you need to be in complete darkness, like when Eleven goes into the upside down in that pool.
I love that effect.
Try to create one of those
where there's no like reflections, she's just walking in.
It's really cool.
Dark water.
Try to create one of those situations.
Okay.
It's a bunch of fucking noodles with like some white-looking sauce. I believe it was like Alfredo.
It was an Alfredo sauce. I can confirm that it was in fact an Alfredo sauce.
Garlic aioli Alfredo or some bullshit like that. Was the shrimp mixed into this pasta?
Should have been.
Should have been.
Should have been. Probably should have been sauteed in the sauce.
Right.
That they used to put on top of
Would have
the
been
pasta.
cool. Would have been a cool,
Generally
I mean,
what
a
they
weird
do.
concept, I know. I get the fucking pasta, and it's almost as if here's what I pictured happening.
Yeah.
So if you're still in your
If you're in the upside down world.
if you're in your chambers, what's
Yeah.
it called? The
It's
desensitized?
a deprivation
Deprivation tank, yeah.
Sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah. Desensitized chambers. If you're still in one of those, this is what I picture the woman doing. I pictured her walking out with a bowl of pasta with no shrimp.
Yeah.
And then fucking like
She realizes there's no shrimp on it.
Jonathan was like, "Hey, Mindy," and she was like, "What?" And she's like, "There's no shrimp. There's no shrimp in the bowl." And then Mindy goes, "Oh right, throw the shrimp at me." And he just grabbed a handful of shrimp and threw it at her, and like whatever hit her chest fell
Made it
in the
into the
bowl.
bowl, yeah.
And there's just not cold but not hot shrimp.
Yeah. Not
sitting
cooked, but not uncooked.
placed on top of this pasta.
Skin warm, you know what I mean? Like when you touch someone's hand, it's a little,
Yes,
it's a little clammy.
Like when a relative dies and you
Yeah.
you touch their hand.
you lick their hand just to see what death tastes like.
Yeah. It doesn't taste good.
No, it doesn't taste bad though, which is weird.
And so the shrimp is just laying on top in such a raw way.
That we got Joey.
In such a raw way, Nick. And I'm looking at this bowl, and I'm just like, this is not gonna end well.
Yeah, the thing is, you looked at it, and I saw you look at it, and you were like, no, I shouldn't eat this. And you ate it anyway. We need
I
to
tried
have
to
a rule.
mix it in.
No, we need to have a rule, because I've done this too, and always gives me the squeegees, right? I looked at that fucking salad I got in David Buster's, and I was like, I should not eat this. I should not eat this. But I ate it anyway because I was hungry, and we had been roaming around the goddamn fucking mall out, the Serramonte Mall out there, like we were lost in the desert. And we were like, finally found food, and that salad fucked me up. General rule, if the food doesn't look good, cool, Greg it. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
And then
that's
ghost.
what I need to do.
And then ghost.
That's what I need to
And
and
you
then
turn around,
disappear
Andy's
into the
gone.
bag.
Yeah, exactly.
So then on the drive back, I start feeling the gurgling, and I'm
Yeah.
like, something's wrong.
Feels like there's a small child in your stomach trying to get
The second we
out.
step into the vehicle, I knew something is wrong.
Yeah.
It's a decent drive back, right?
It's a good 20
And
minutes.
we get to Ocean, and we're turning in. I'm like, this is gonna be an emergency.
Yeah.
We get to the red light right fucking here, and we're sitting there. I'm like, I'm gonna get out of this car right now.
Yeah.
No. That's not what happened. I'm sorry. We turn and there's a big traffic jam.
Yeah.
So the street that's sort of like in front of us.
It's kind of a one-way street. It's like an Italian street
There's
where you
like,
have to like pull
cars
over.
parking on each side, and only one vehicle can fit through. So cars always have to like veer into the little empty spot next to them or whatever. And we were going to be stuck there for a while. And there was like a big FedEx truck and a lady doing something, and then like I saw like 4 monster trucks there as well. And so we're behind all this cataclysmic destruction. And I go, Tim, I gotta get out right now. I can't wait for you to park this car. And then I think Cool Greg thought I was joking. Him and Tim
He was joking. It was the most not right time to do that.
Yeah. We're waiting basically at a crosswalk.
Right.
And I just get out of the fucking car and I like try not to sprint because who knows what demons will escape my body.
Right.
But I sort of fast walked. I did the speed walk where they can't lift their legs off the ground. They sort of do that. And I blew up the toilet.
Yeah, you did.
In the worst way.
You sure did.
Similar to after Justice League. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
I was supposed to be on the Justice League Reacts. And I was in the restroom and they're like, Andy, and I was like, nope, can't make it, guys. I'm going to be in here a while.
I didn't know that's why you weren't on the
Yeah.
Justice League Reacts. I thought you just had better stuff to do.
And then, Cool Greg's laughing over there. And then I thought I was good, and then I went back in. Yeah, something's been up with me, man.
You've had a bit of a weak stomach lately.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I have too, though. I've been having some weird stomach issues lately.
And then over the weekend, oh my God, that was another story.
Yeah, you blew up a Macy's over the weekend.
I had to run into a Macy's.
Yeah.
Because for the first time ever, I thought, I'm going to shit my pants.
Yeah.
And this is going to be really
I
embarrassing.
feel like
and
maybe
awful.
you're just not picking. Like maybe you're just picking too many different things to put in your stomach, because that's often what happens to me when I eat at those Brazilian steakhouse restaurants. You know, where they just bring you different types of meat and there's all sorts of different kinds of proteins and animal fats mixing in your stomach. Inevitably, it's like a fucking laxative for me. I'll get 80% through the dinner, have to excuse myself, and then go sit in my room the rest of the day and just throw up out of my bottom half.
out of your bottom half.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd rather. No, I wouldn't rather
you
throw
want to
up.
poop. You don't want to throw up.
I'd rather poop. Yeah.
All right, that's enough. I'm sure we've lost a fair amount of people.
Yeah.
who are
So
watching
thanks
live
for
now with
tuning
all
in,
of that.
guys. You could turn off the spoilers, bro. Thing. I spoiled a lot of. Yeah. What are we
Ladies and
doing
gentlemen,
now?
if you didn't know, Tim and I, we're in a Disney commercial. Cool, Greg, bring this up. There's a vlog about this. We chronicled our time down in LA making this fun commercial. It's a cool shoot. Look at that big camera. So go check that out over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/kindafunny. Also, fun other news. I have a showcase this weekend, Saturday night. There's no link to this, Cool, Greg. I tried to make the promo image and I was completely devoid of creative energies today, so I might have Andy do it for me later.
Soul Trapper and Rob Kai are like, thank you, move on from this topic.
Yeah, no, we've moved on.
But now I want to talk about it more for the next 40
Well,
minutes.
let me at least tell people
Okay.
where I'm going to be on
Sure.
Saturday
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
And then we can go back to your the constant struggles of Andy's
Downy
anus.
Downers and says, what a story, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. So I will be at a place called Hearth. I think it's called Ray's Hearth or Hearth. It's at 4701 Geary Boulevard this Saturday night at 8 o'clock. I believe the show starts at 8:30, but get there a little early. It's a small bar, have a couple drinks, maybe play some pool, and you see a comedy show that I think will last a few hours. So it's worth it, and it's free.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Next time you don't got time to make a promo image and Andy's too busy or whatever, I want to throw my name in there.
Okay.
I want to do it.
Okay.
I call it some fire, man.
Cool,
All right.
Greg, will do it.
Dongs and money. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I mean, let's do it today. How about today?
Yeah.
What do you got today? I need it for
See?
tomorrow's morning show.
All
So I'll
right,
give
man.
you all the details, and you just do whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
More housekeeping. People are going to be. I always hop into the comments and people are like, oh, they talk about their own shit for 20 minutes. Well,
We
yeah.
did actually. It's been 19 minutes.
Sorry.
And
whatever.
literally, we talked about our shit for 15 of those minutes.
Fucking go get free content elsewhere, I guess. I don't know.
Damn, Sky.
Yeah, sorry, you had to pay for this show. Oh no, wait, you didn't. Party mode just went up today.
Which one is it?
It is the new Arena Gods went up to everybody, to the public on youtube.com/kindafunnygames.
fun.
But the second episode of Grand Theft Auto went live
How
on
is that one?
patreon.com/kindafunnygames.
It's awesome.
The title is called "We Accomplished Nothing in Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
Online."
Yeah.
Because we really didn't. We
We
didn't
had
do a
no
goddamn
plan
thing.
going in. I had a
Yeah.
plan of we're going to steal a plane. Is that this one?
Yes.
And we did that for approximately 5 minutes. Then, of course, fucking Greg Miller went lone wolf, went off on his own. You and Tim were lost in the on the highway for a while. I got stuck in the marsh because it respawned me in the middle of fucking nowhere.
There's so many moments where you're like, Annie, can you pick me up?
I needed a ride and you were not there for me,
and
bro.
I try to channel the moments where I try to create false silence out of moments where it's just you kind of running and then you're like, oh, I saw a bus. I'm gonna go get in the bus. I'm gonna see if the bus will take me
Maybe
back
it's
to
a
you guys.
bus full of nuns.
It's fun, yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. This one again, go into this episode with the idea that like
This one's-
we had no plan
No.
for this episode.
Get yourself if you're
And
of,
it shows.
if you're of legal drinking age in your city, state, or country.
Oh, yeah.
Get a couple beers
Hang out with your
and
friends.
just get in the back seat of the car.
Yeah.
With us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a fun one. There's a lot of really
There's a lot
awesome
of great moments in it.
There's a lot of awesome moments.
Bad moments in it. A lot of moments,
Yeah.
just across the board. Last update for now, and then we'll move on to some fun news. PSX this weekend. Definitely check out all the social feeds for all of the events. Lots of fun stuff going on. Joey, you're going down for that, right?
I am.
Andy, you're going down for that, right?
Yeah, but I won't be at the San Diego thing.
No.
I'm coming back on Monday.
Yeah.
You
I'm
guys
doing
are
the
actually, you
Portillo's
guys are
meetup.
driving down to San Diego from
Yeah.
Anaheim.
Road trip.
I'm doing the Portillo's
Great.
meetup.
Me and the Millers.
That's fun.
We gotta prepare the microphone just in case to
Yeah.
record better audio rather than it being from the phone.
Cool.
Because I know we have the little Zoom mic, you know.
Have fun with that. That
Okay,
sounds like
cool.
a fun time. Quick reminder, if you guys want to give us tips, this is your reminder for that. We will read tips at the $5 above level. If you want to talk to us at all, this is the best way to do it. There's no other way to do it that we can talk to you guys. Other than
What happened
constant
right
stream
there?
of chat that's going. I was trying to make a joke, but it didn't work out.
okay.
First
That's all
news
good.
story. Now, Cool Greg, don't play this yet.
Okay.
Joey walked into me today. She was like, "Hey, you know that song from Seinfeld where it's like, believe it or not, joy wasn't at home, so leave a message, I'll call you back.
Right.
Where could I be?" She's like, "Is that a real song?" And I'm like,
Here we
"How
go.
do you not know
Yeah.
that this is the
No,
theme song
I
for
didn't
the
know either.
greatest American hero?"
I didn't know either.
Correction. I knew that it was a song, and I knew it was from The Greatest American Hero. I didn't know if it existed outside of just being that theme song.
I don't know. I think it was specifically designed for this show, but I was so young when this show was happening, I didn't give a shit. I just thought, wow, this is cool. They're making a Superman show. And the entire time he was such a fucking idiot. I was like, this show's terrible.
Because they played it on the radio like multiple times this week. I was like, I've never heard them play TV show theme songs
Cool, Greg.
on the radio.
Play a little bit for this audience.
TV on the radio.
There we go. I can't hear it.
Give me a second.
Do we have a remote? Is it maybe our remote? Do we need the big remote?
Nobody
That
knows.
should be good. Give me 1 second.
Give it to me. Give it to me. There it is.
I want some really bad
Wait for
90s
it.
drums.
Now, if this show doesn't look like my childhood, I don't know what does.
I hope we get a copyright claim from him.
Oh, I guarantee from that guy,
Just
the
like
actor,
a photo of him. Like,
that right there.
yeah. Now I only know this because of Family Guy. Most of my references are from Family Guy. My ties to the
Not
80s.
Seinfeld?
My ties to the 80s, yeah, Family Guy. I didn't start watching Seinfeld until like 4 years ago, maybe. 3 years ago, when it came to Hulu,
All right, shut that off.
whenever that was.
That's enough to get us a copyright strike. There you go. Oh,
Cool.
right. Andy, you ready for some news?
I would love to
Joey,
hear
are you
some
ready
news.
for some news? This first news story is bad news, unfortunately. Ventura County wildfires destroy more homes, reaches Pacific Ocean. They're having a massive fire down
It's
near
terrible,
LA
man.
right now, up in Ventura County. This is bad.
Did you see the video of the person driving?
Yes,
Frightening.
fucking
Holy
terrifying.
shit.
I think Joe Rogan posted that on his Instagram. Let me see if I can put that
Yeah,
link in
see if
there.
you could maybe link it to Cool Greg. It's essentially Cool Greg. I don't know if you saw the video, but it's somebody
this one?
somebody in a vehicle is driving
Here we go. Hold on.
down a highway,
It's
and
fucking.
the
Here, I'll
whole
put this right underneath that
fucking
story.
hills
Cool
on
Greg.
fire.
Right underneath the story.
Looks
there.
like straight out of a fucking
There you go,
science
bring
fiction
that
movie.
up.
He sent you a thing.
If you go back into the shared file, it's in there.
Horrifying.
This is fucking crazy.
I also saw one of our friends, Tia, was flying from LA, no, from San Francisco back to LA, and she, like from the aerial view, saw the shots of the hills on fire.
Cool, Greg.
Yeah.
Can you bring that link up?
Yeah. Where is it?
It's
In-
right underneath the story.
In the shared link.
There you go.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Just press play on this. This is fucking nuts. This is nuts.
This is
That's
real.
And I've driven that so many times.
Fucking insane,
today.
right? That's the 101, right? Like as your, or is it the
I think
405?
it's the 405.
It's 405. Yeah, because it's by the Getty Center.
Yeah.
landed.
I'm
There it
pretty
is.
sure it's the 405.
Yeah, it's right as you breach over the hill. Yeah,
'Cause I have
that's
a lot of friends
terrifying.
in Thousand Oaks that I would go back and forth and visit.
That is fucking crazy.
Is
So
the Getty Center like gone
I have no idea. I hope not.
You?
But I mean, I don't know. I do not know.
It looks like a big UFO from fucking Independence Day is gonna fly through. Those look like clouds, you know?
Fire clouds. So if you're in the greater LA area, please be safe. Don't get hurt and watch
Please
out.
wear masks because that air is gonna be awful, and you do. Ooh, I just got a little.
You
gross.
did. You did. I
You
think
do
might
not want to be
dying.
breathing that.
You might be dying.
I hope not.
All right, so that's
I gotta
that
go to
first
PSX
news story.
this weekend.
Next news
Please
story.
be safe, everybody.
In better news, in more. I shouldn't say better news. I should say in more fun news. I should say more entertaining news. Pre-production underway on John Wick Chapter 3 ahead of spring shoot. This is awesome.
What if I told you, Nick?
That you've never seen John Wick?
I've never seen a John Wick movie.
What if I told you that you and I are in for a double feature this weekend?
What? I'll be in LA for PSX.
It's okay. I'm super busy this weekend anyway. How about next week we pick a night, you, me, and the audience, 5-hour watch along. We go John Wick 2, the 1989 Batman.
I have a lot of stuff I need to finish up before. Why
Grease
Batman?
2, then Grease 2.
Yeah.
There's 4 movies now.
Yeah.
That's like a
You
10-hour watch.
wanted this. You wanted this.
I didn't,
Lord of
no.
the Rings, you know what I mean? Lord of the Rings.
I have a lot of stuff I need to finish up before Christmas break.
What are you working on right now?
Well, I need to get ahead of a lot of party modes. Is the problem?
I understand.
Because there's going to be 2 that are releasing while we're on break.
I get it. You don't want to hang out with me. That's cool.
No, you know what I want to do? I really want to watch along with you Black Mirror,
Okay.
Oh.
because season 4 is starting.
Okay.
December
Pretty-
29th.
Yeah,
Announced it
very,
this
very
morning.
soon. We'll be on break. No,
Cool.
we'll be back. I'll be back I should be back in San Francisco by then.
Okay.
And also, my show of 2017. Yes, I know Game of Thrones existed, but Nirvana, the band, the show.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I've preached about this fucking
You have.
show.
You have.
It is fucking genius. You need to watch it, Nick. It is so funny, so creative. It's the best show that nobody has watched.
Tell you what I watched last night.
What'd you watch?
30 for 30, Nature Boy. Ric Flair.
Ooh.
Oh, what a documentary. Now, this is what I love about... Cool, Greg, have you seen this yet? Are you familiar with the series 30 for 30? It's an ESPN documentary
What
series.
if I told you that the Nature Boys, you know, that's
That's how they do it, I know. They did one on Ric Flair. Now, you're familiar with Ric Flair.
Of course he is.
Okay. This is a fucking fascinating look at his life.
The kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Hell yeah.
What does he say?
I have no idea.
says
but
other
it's
stuff in
awesome.
there.
Awesome. I had no idea how
Jet
prolific
flying,
Rick...
limousine riding.
Jet flying,
jet
limousine
flying,
riding. Yeah.
Rolex wearing, like he just
Yeah.
the whole thing. Woo, woo! I had no idea how prolific that guy was. I had no idea how big he was in the wrestling community. Fascinating to look at his life,
I haven't kept up with wrestling in a long time.
as you should.
I haven't had my finger on the pulse, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people say that if they were to make a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers,
Yes.
it would be Hulk Hogan,
Uh-huh.
Stone Cold,
Yeah.
The Rock, and Ric Flair. A lot of people argue that Cena might be in there because of what he sort of became this huge name after The Rock.
I think you're throwing some stuff out there, and the chat might disagree with you a little bit.
I think those are the 4 most prolific wrestlers that have
Define
that
eras.
the everyday person would know
Yes.
about.
I think there's
not
a lot
just
of
a wrestling
Cool,
fan.
Greg. How would you feel about that list? How do you feel about that definitive Mount Rushmore list of the 4 most influential wrestlers of all time, being Ric Flair, Hogan, Austin, and
The Rock.
And The Rock.
Yeah, I would keep Cena off of it. Like I see why he said maybe, but I think the first 4, yeah, solid.
So no Shawn Michaels, no Triple H.
I mean, those guys are huge, but like what he's saying for Mount Rushmore, yeah, because
These are the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are making good points about Undertaker. That's a great point. I
Bret Hart,
still
was
feel
gonna bring
like
up Bret
even though
Hart.
the Undertaker never lost, I still feel like Stone Cold is more of a name and more of a household name in outside of wrestling circles.
I've never watched wrestling, and I know every single person that you just named.
Well, it's very fascinating when you watch this documentary. Hogan talks about Ric Flair, and he's like, we wanted Ric Flair, because back in the day, I'm learning all this as well. It was when it was split up in, was it WCW? WCW and
WWF.
WWF. They were like, we wanted him. We tried to get him much. Hogan wanted him because he was the best, by far the best technical wrestler that there was.
Yeah.
He goes, Hogan's like, I didn't have skill. I had to rely on the skill of other people to make me look good. And when Flair came in, He said like Flair was notorious for making everyone around him look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like he just sold it so well because he was so fucking talented. He could make you look more talented, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then they talk about how he used to drink 10 beers a day and 5 vodka cocktails and like was a hopeless, not an alcoholic, but just partied so hard and you were like, how are you not dead? And he almost died.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, I heard him on he went on the podcast I was listening to, the Dan Le Batard show. He went on there a couple weeks after he was in his, after he was comatose.
Yeah, they put him in a medically induced coma.
Yeah, and then once he came out of it, a couple weeks later, he went on the show and just talked about like how eye-opening it was, and it was really sad to listen to, man.
Yeah.
Really depressing.
Anyway, you should watch that documentary. It's really, really good.
What do we got
Contraband
next?
Fridge Magnet says, "Oh God, Nick's gonna start trying to use wrestling lingo." First off, let me just move my laptop an inch here because I need a little more space.
Are you gonna Stone Cold Stunner him?
To hit you with some fucking truth, right? I'm the keeper of a lot of things.
Yeah.
27 to be exact.
It's just a lot of things now?
27 to be exact.
27, okay.
1, whether or not Blade Runner 2049 was a good movie. Check that off the list, it was. 2, whether or not Departed was a good movie. We all universally, unanimously agree it is not. 3, we leave open, just for shits and giggles. We gotta give a little space. 4 is for Little Baby Jesus, LBJ. 5, whether or not I can talk about wrestling when and if I fucking choose to, sir. And I choose to
You fucking hear that?
Right
Contraband
now.
lingo?
right now.
You hear him?
Okay? You understand me? Frigid air, contraband, frigid magnet.
He nodded
I
yes.
will talk about
He or she nodded yes.
the WWF or the WWE or
The WTF.
the WTF or THC or Thunderstruck or
All of those leagues.
Monday Night Raw.
All those leagues. yeah.
Or SmackDown versus Monday Night Raw or the
Nitro.
Divas.
Or the divas.
Whenever I
Divas,
want
yeah.
to. Whenever I want to. Because A, it's a free country. B,
We're listing
I
more
haven't been
things now?
censored yet. And C, I watch Divas a lot because my wife likes that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She enjoys it. She likes to see the girls like, the dedication to the craft.
Oh, okay.
Let's go on to the next news story.
Oh, that's a good question. Does this wrestling talk count for Andy's 15 Seconds Sports?
It did, sadly. And Andy, I'm
shit.
sorry to have told you that, but 15. Did you finish the intro for that show yet?
No, I'm
Okay,
still
when you're done
working
with
on it.
that, sorry, you can't do it. I just took up 2 minutes of your time, so
shit.
for the next 5 weeks, you don't get to talk about
Okay.
sports.
That's
ever.
fair.
This is an interesting story that's running ancillary on the side of the story we had yesterday. Fox boss James Murdoch could be next Disney CEO if possible merger report. Of course, there's reports in the making that Disney is going to buy Fox's movie properties, including the studios, and I believe it's 21st Century Fox. We talked about it on the podcast yesterday as 20th Century Fox, but it's being reported 21st Century Fox because I think that is, in fact, the name of their movies. The Fox boss, James Murdoch, is reportedly being considered as a potential successor to Bob Iger, chief executive of Walt Disney, if the two companies reach agreement on a possible takeover. According to the Financial Times, Rupert Murdoch and his younger son, James, could take senior roles as combined company if the deal is struck. Iger, 66, is due to retire in 2019, and James Murdoch, 44, currently chief executive of 21st Century Fox and chairman of the satellite broadcaster Sky, is a possible successor. Disney began holding on and off discussions to take over some of Fox's major assets last month. The sale would include Fox's movie studio, cable channels, and international units, Sky and Star India. It could be worth more than $60 billion and would reshape the media landscape. But Disney is not Fox's only suitor. Comcast, the U.S.'s largest cable operator and owner of NBC Universal, the TV network and movie studio company, is also reported to be assessing a bid, as is Verizon, the largest U.S. telecom group. So lots of people nipping at the bud to try to get these Fox properties. This would be an interesting move. I don't think it's a great move. James Murdoch and the sons of the Murdochs have had a little bit of controversy in the past, if you remember. And I don't necessarily, I mean, granted, I'm talking from a place of extreme uninformed position, but buying properties and then letting the people that ran those properties into the ground run the rest of your properties, not necessarily the best idea, in my opinion. You know, like Bob Iger clearly knows what he's doing.
We'll get
Do
a
the Murdochs know what
Spider-Man
they're
and a
doing?
Wolverine movie.
Sneaky.
We'll get Wolverine and Star Wars,
There we
like
will.
we've always wanted, man.
There we will. Wolverine, Star Wars. Hey, is that Han Solo? No, it's Logan.
Yeah.
Is that Morph? Morph.
Why do you
I like to shudder.
But yeah, the shudder is if like
Because it's
as
such
if
an overly done.
you're reaching
fucking
climax almost.
Morph.
Yeah.
It's in order to do Morph right, Let me explain to you something, Andy. Let's take a step back. Let me move my laptop another inch forward because I need a little space.
Sure.
To expound on this idea.
Okay.
In order to really grasp the emotional depth of Morph, you have to channel having an orgasm and simultaneously shitting your pants at the same time. Okay? If you can throw in vomiting into your mouth as well, like just expunging all of this emotion, that is how powerful that line was in the classic 1993 cartoon X-Men. Okay? When Morph died, Wolverine was so...
Spoilers, jeez.
Well, it's the first episode. When Morph died, Wolverine was so distraught. He let it out. He let everything out, and I felt it when I was a kid.
The first episode?
I think it was the first episode, yeah.
Jeez.
Morph doesn't die, by the way. He comes back. Mr. Sinister brought him back. Later, when they go to the jungle land where all their powers don't work, which I hated because I don't like when their powers
there
don't
was
work.
dinosaurs there, right?
There was.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird turn.
Anyway, we'll continue to monitor this story as it happens, of course, as we do here on the news show. The nerdy news you need to know when we're totally talking from a place of severe unintelligence.
Yeah.
This is the next fun story.
And thanks for understanding that.
Yeah, we're very misinformed here.
No substance here.
I don't even think unintelligence is a word.
I don't think so.
Hugh Jackman turned down Bond role over unbelievable and crazy scripts. This is a fun story. We've always talked about who should have been Bond, who could be Bond. When Pierce Brosnan was Bond, everyone's like, it might be this Hugh Jackman guy, this new guy, right? He just gotten done playing Wolverine in the first X-Men. This story is fascinating. Hugh Jackman has revealed he was offered the role of James Bond more than a decade ago, but turned it down after being told he would have no say in changing the, quote, unbelievable and crazy direction of the franchise at the time. The star, who was sparked award season buzz for All Singing, All Dancing, The Greatest Showman, has discussed being offered Bond before, but he was now told Variety it was a fantastical nature of the script that turned him away from the job. Given that filming for the second X-Men movie took place in the summer of 2002.
Oh, wow, this is a long time ago.
Yeah, this is a long time ago.
That.
It's clear what Jackman was talking about. The Bond film released later that year was Die Another Day, which had, if you remember, an ice palace and an invisible car in it. That's how crazy we had gotten it.
I think
and lasers from space.
No, never mind. That's not the movie I saw. I'm thinking of Tomorrow Never Dies.
Very similar.
Saw the movie in theaters and a little kid kept
It was
kicking
the
back
height
in my
of
seat.
the ridiculousness of Bond.
Yeah.
The next, I believe, Tomorrow Never Dies was the movie that came out right before, the 2 years prior to this movie, which is
Yeah.
Die Another Day, which starred famously Madonna.
I saw it with my friend CP and Caesar. Remember that? And
Oh, he's
I
a
was
good
going to say
guy.
a little
Tell him
kid
I
was
said
kicking
hi.
back in my seat, but I was also a little kid. I was like 10 years old or something.
Jackman said, I was about to do X-Men 2, and a call came from my agent asking if he'd be interested in Bond. I just felt at the time that the scripts had become so unbelievable and crazy, and I felt that they needed to become grittier and real. The response was, oh, you don't get to say. You don't get to say. You just have to sign on. I was also worried that between Bond and X-Men, I'd never have time to do different things.
But yeah, he's
Of
got
course,
to
then
do
later it
his
was
musicals and
rebooted. They 4 years later, Casino Royale. Well, it's an important thing, right?
Yeah.
And this is interesting for him because as a guy who, later in the series, I think he could have helped reboot it. I think he could have been just as good as Daniel Craig. But Daniel Craig has lamented over and over again how he got typecast as that role, and he's not really. It's hard for him to do other stuff. He did the not the Chronicles of Narnia, the Golden.
Compass?
Yeah, the Golden Compass series, where they tried to get that started, didn't work. Did one movie, didn't work. They tried to get him in, and Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. For whatever reason, that movie I thought was great.
Where's the second part?
They're remaking it. They're remaking the franchise, but I think they're recasting and they're picking it up with the second movie.
Fincher still doing?
No, it's not Denny Villeneuve. It's the guy that did Evil Dead, Fede Alvarez. Did you ever see Don't Breathe?
No.
Really cool. If you haven't seen Don't Breathe and you like suspense kind of horror movies, this is fucking awesome.
It's spooky.
You like it.
Yeah,
I think you like
spooky.
it. This one's weird. It's a simple concept, but it's a bunch of people breaking into this dude's house because he's blind.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know exactly what we were talking about.
You'd think it's a dumb movie, but it's
he can like
fucking
hear them and shit.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. And Fede Alvarez, I had the pleasure of meeting him one Comic-Con. He's a cool guy, very, very talented. So he's picking that back up. But bringing it back to Hugh Jackman, totally understandable, right? You're already in this iconic role, which he went on to do from 2000 to what? 2017? When did Logan come out?
This year.
This year, right?
Don't Breathe is also really good.
Don't Breathe is great. Not to be confused with Lights Out, which you would have think they would have called this movie because it's about a blind guy that attacks a bunch of other people and he can't see. No, Don't Breathe, because if you breathe, he can hear you. And he fucking pounces on you like a Bengal tiger.
It's like the new movie coming out with
a Bengal tiger.
with Jim Halpert, where they can't make noises in the forest.
Yes, that looks fucking awesome.
And we were like, Kevin would never survive in this world. Kevin was the first person dead in this world.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is. If you haven't seen this trailer, it's Jim, the guy from.
Yeah.
No, is it John Krasinski?
John Krasinski, Jim Halpert. From
Okay,
The
John
Office.
Krasinski from The Office, Jim from The Office,
Right?
and his wife Emily Blunt. They play a family. I don't know what's happening in this, but they play. It's them and their 2 kids, and they're in this house, and they can't make a sound because there's something outside of the house in the wild.
But the things that they've done to prepare for this, like
sign language, they use sign language.
They have to step on the footsteps of like some sort, like I guess they paint on the ground in order to make less noise.
Right.
As opposed to like stepping on wood, they step on this sort of muted surface
Right.
that they've prepared.
And so, of
It's
course,
fucking
inevitably
cool.
something happens, a sound is made, and we hear there's something out there that's going to come. And it was a fucking crazy trailer. And then
Yeah.
in the middle of it, right as it went silent, and everyone's like, that's really cool. Andy goes, Kevin would be the first person to die in this
Yeah.
house. Kevin would be the last person I want with me if there's something out there hunting sound.
Oh
or
my
smell.
God.
Or smell.
Anything.
Or
really.
milkshakes. If there's something out there that hunts milkshakes, Kevin would be the last person I
Yeah.
want with me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
I
sand.
still think Hugh Jackman would have made a great Bond, but I love Daniel Craig's Bond.
Why can't we just put Oscar Isaac in everything?
We could Oscar. Well, he's not British.
Fucking.
Here's the deal. No. This is where I draw the line.
Why can British actors do American accents, but not the other way around?
I have no idea, but I'm telling you right now, I have never seen one American actor who nails it. They get close, but they never nail it, and that's unfortunate. We got Australian actors. We have fucking. There are people from Holland that can do an American
Kevin Costner
accent.
and Robin Hood?
You mean half of Robin Hood? Whichever scene he decided to do the accent.
Watching
in?
those highlights, like every once in a while, I'll just have to go on YouTube and watch Kevin Costner as Robin Hood and just hear "We have to be out here." Like it's like, oh, Kevin.
Kevin. It's painful.
Kevin.
It's painful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Bond has to be British. He has to be British. He has to be a British citizen, in my opinion, or British protectorate. That's what I'm saying. Next news story. This is a fun one.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba was fucking awesome, but he's getting old and he's too old for it now. You need someone in
Nah,
like their
man.
mid-30s.
He still looks great, dude.
He does look great. I'm just saying.
He looks younger than Daniel Craig.
It's not, let me back up. It's not that he's too old for it. It's that you cast him now, the next movie comes out in 2 years, the next movie comes out in 2 years.
Yeah.
What is he going to be, mid-50s doing Bond?
He'll still look younger than Daniel Craig, is what I'm saying.
Well, he's a badass. But I think you want someone in their 30s. And they need to seriously revamp the Bond series. They need to figure that out. I say, female Bond.
I thought you were gonna say Steve Harvey.
That would be interesting. Again, breaking my first rule, Bond has to be British. Steve Harvey, very American. There's nothing more American than Family Feud. This story is kind of a fun quote, comes over from the Hollywood Reporter. Chris Evans jokes Disney-Fox deal could bring Captain America Human Torch crossover. He
Great.
could play opposite himself
Great.
if he wanted to. Of course, he didn't reprise the role of Human Torch. That was Michael B. Jordan in the newest one, but I don't think they're going back to that well.
Oh God.
Yeah, probably not. Quote, who do I think, who do I talk to about a Cap Human Torch buddy comedy spinoff? I'm thinking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles meets Parent Trap, the actor says. Not much of a story here. This is just a fun
Or
quote.
he could just do.
And it makes me love Chris Evans.
Or he
even
could
more.
just be the Winklevoss twins, sort of like when
You mean
Armie
Armie
Hammer
Hammer?
played the same guy.
Armie
He
Hammer
played
just
two
does
people.
not do it for me, man. He doesn't do it for me. He's too perfect. Every time I see him, like, he's beautiful. His voice is perfect. He's tall. I
feel like
I like my leads to have a few flaws.
I
you
feel
know
like
what I mean?
I feel like Armie Hammer was the
Yeah.
first round draft pick who was like, you can't miss on this guy. He's got all the upside. He's got a great vertical leap. He can shoot the ball and he can also drive, and he's
can
great
do
at
both
assists.
of
He has
those
great
things.
vision. He was the LeBron James, and for some reason it just didn't pan out. He Ryan Leafed it.
He's still going. He's got a great movie out, a new indie movie out that looks really cool.
He Adam
Call Me
Morrison
by My
did.
Name, I think is what it's called.
Did you say he Mike Trouted?
No, Mike Trout's still. I mean, Mike Trout.
He's with like a team that doesn't.
Oh no, I'm talking about like a guy where like this guy you can't miss on this dude, and then for some reason he just never, his career never, the trajectory of Armie Hammer I feel like was after The Social Network. It was like this guy. I felt like this guy was gonna be in everything. Like he was gonna be like one of these.
He was being touted as the it
next
guy.
big thing.
Yeah,
Remember
and
when he did The Lone Ranger, everyone's like, oh, here it is. Armie Hammer's going to break
and
out.
then-
And that movie tanked.
Yeah.
And the problem is, he's great as a supporting character. He's great in dramatic roles. I don't like him as a leading guy.
Yeah.
He's just too perfect, right? Like, you contrast him with a guy like, I don't know, top of my head, first person, maybe you've heard of him, Ryan Gosling, right? The Goss has it. And you know why he has it? He's got those sad eyes.
He can do everything.
He's beautiful, but he's got the sad eyes. You know what they make you want to do? They make you want to hold him. You know, they're vulnerable eyes. He's got vulnerable eyes.
A lot of
but
people-
his chest is like armor.
A lot of
You know what I'm
people-
talking about, Joe?
A lot of people are saying Andy sneaks in his 15 seconds of sports.
God damn you, Andy. How do you do it? You do it every time.
Yes.
You do it every time, you silly butt. That's it for news, guys. Let's go into tips. Thank you so
Darko
much.
Milicic. Damn, that's a good fucking, yeah. I'm
All
just-
right,
no,
stop
I'm
it.
just reading
Stop
tips.
it. You're well into 2018. I want you to know this.
I
by
won't
now.
say Derrick Rose because Derrick Rose was actually good for a while and then won an MVP.
You know what? A lot of people actually reached out to me via the comment section of the last time you were on and said, you should really give Andy more time for sports. And I replied to them, no thanks.
I will not.
I said, I'm sorry, we don't have time in this show for sports.
Yeah.
This show every day is packed so full
I
of
had to
good
talk
things.
20 minutes about my shitting problems.
He did.
What am I,
He did.
it's hard to, it's hard to
That's real
manage
life,
that
people.
time.
Real people poop. Everybody poops. They wrote a book about it. First tip comes from Paul Connell. Nick, I need your help. I am performing my first stand-up comedy gig this month, and I am hardcore shitting myself. Any words of encouragement or advice before losing my comedy virginity? Love you all. Paul, hopefully you've done some open mics, and you're not just jumping into a showcase. If you have, it's going to be a little shocking. My advice is always, as anything, repetition is the best thing possible, right? Get out there, get to as many mics as you possibly can. You will see a vast improvement even over the span of a week if you do as many mics as you possibly can. The first, I've done 4 mics this week. 4 mics? Yeah, 4 mics this week from Sunday to now. Yeah. And Sunday, I was a mess. Last night, I felt really good about being up on stage, really good about having a commanding presence and trying to get people to listen to me. It's fun. So get out there and train as much as you possibly can.
Word of
The more you
advice.
do it, the better you get.
Word of advice from a comedy legend like myself, Nick. Don't make jokes about jerking off in front of people if you've actually done it without their consent.
I made a joke about that last night. Not that I've done it without their consent, but I tried to make a joke about Louis C.K. It did not go over well. Because I was trying to tie him into in the hierarchy of horrible things, and Matt Lauer having a fucking villain button under his desk.
To lock doors.
And I was like,
yeah.
Louis C.K. I'm not even gonna go into it. It did not go over well.
I feel like Matt
not a
Lauer
funny
also
joke.
had a button to make people fall down into a chamber.
Like into fire.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm still alive down here.
They land and they're like, oh, what do I do? And then there's mutant dogs that have been
Remember the scene in Austin Powers where Will Ferrell gets put into there? He's like, I'm still alive.
Yeah, my legs
I'm
are
in a
broken.
lot of pain.
Yeah.
I love
What's
that.
up with Austin Powers, man?
Fucking man.
I saw a great question from
Powers was
from
great.
Justin McElroy,
Yeah.
who said, "What would you most want next?
Yeah.
A bad Half-Life 3 or a very good Austin Powers 4?"
Bad Half-Life 3.
Really?
We don't need any more Austin Powers, man. We knocked it out of the park with the first
sure?
one, and they went downhill. Then Beyonce got involved. She elevated it a little bit, and then
That's right. She was in there.
and then Then we bought Heather Graham back from the dead.
Heather Graham. Oof, that was my sexual awakening as a child.
Heather Graham.
No, it was Cameron Diaz in The Mask.
Heather Graham for me I had a huge crush on her back in the day when she was in License to Drive. She was adorable in that movie and fun. It was awesome. It was a great movie.
How old were you?
I was probably
38.
I must have been 8. But thank you for the not so subtle jive at my age, you asshole. Ken Diesel
Well,
says,
Kevin's not here. Right? Someone has to do it.
great. Yeah, someone has to take me down a fucking 100 pegs. I want you guys. Ken Diesel says, I want you guys to weigh in on something. Ask the whole office, what does spank bank mean? There's some debate. Memories and thoughts, or saved videos and pictures? Hashtag kind of naughty.
I think it can be
It's
both.
memories. No, it's not.
Definitely memories.
The fucking saved pictures, that's just porn. If you have a picture or a video of someone on your fucking phone, that is a pornographic image. The spank bank is up here. You know why?
It's
'Cause
like
no one can rob it.
It's like
No one can rob
episode
it.
2 of Black Mirror.
Tim just shook his head. He was like, no, you think it's pictures and videos?
It's both.
It can be both.
No, it's
It's
just
physical.
it's just this up here.
No, man.
This is the vault. You want to pry this open? Come at me, demon. Come at
Demon?
me, demon. Infinity Style says, boys, DMX just gave us the Christmas gift that won't stop. He's got a cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, possibly the best way to round out 2017. Definitely recommend.
Oh, I saw it.
I
I
thought
saw
that
it.
was old.
That's from like.
It's like
Yeah. That's
He
way long ago,
recorded
bro.
it now. Before he just
Really?
did it. Now
Oh,
it's
he
an actual
recorded
song. Yeah.
an actual. He produced it and stuff.
Yeah, we slapped it on the way to get our tree.
Yeah, it was really good.
Can you give me my one, please, Cool Greg?
Yeah.
Hey, DMX. It's your boy, Nick Scarpino. You've just gotten what I regard as the highest award possible from our near dear friend, Cool Greg. No, get your hand off me. It's not you. Cool Greg just said, and I quote, when we were getting our Christmas tree, we were playing your rendition of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it was slapping. Now, as you know, DMX, because you are in the trade, slapping is the highest accolade any song can get, okay? Right underneath that is juiced, and I can't remember what's underneath that. So congratulations, DMX. You are, in fact, slapping.
Trying to make my arm look like Nick's. It just didn't work out. I tried, man. I fucking tried.
My favorite thing about what just happened
Tim's
is
walking
as soon
up.
as you said, give me the one,
Yeah.
and you said, hey, DMX, Cool Greg goes, just genuinely to himself, yes.
Because Cool Greg knows, rightfully so, that there might be a possibility that we meet DMX because of that.
Also, Cool Greg, can I get my one?
No, we gotta move on.
Justin Roiland. Hey, you should come talk about Squanch Tendo on the Kind of Funny Games cast. He tweeted about his gaming company today, Justin Roiland, co-creator of Rick and Morty. He should come talk about Squanch Tendo on either Games Daily or the Games cast. And we're big fans of you here.
Yeah, fun fact, we were going back and forth with him because of our appearance in that Lego game.
Right.
I had no idea who he was. Pixel Brave
That's a
gave
good
us a
look.
tip and said, well, you know, it's me.
Yeah.
It fits my brand.
Yeah.
Pixel Brave gave us a tip and said, morning, guys. I'm currently watching from the Austin airport, heading to LA today. Can't wait to see all the best friends this weekend at PSX.
Christian!
Be careful in LA.
Man.
Your flight's probably going to get delayed.
Can't wait to see you, Christian.
If you're flying into LAX, you're flying into Anaheim. You're
Great
fine.
guy. I love that guy.
Great guy. Great guy. Homer 2K says, I love you, sexy bastards. Joey and Andy,
will.
see you this weekend at PSX.
I'm on.
Give us a nice tip. And our final tip for right now is Mr. Yasman300. It says, Nick, have you heard that Lionsgate dropped John Travolta's new movie Gotti 10 days before the movie got released? Also, what do you think of buddy cop movie starring The Rock and Idris Elba?
I want to see a buddy cop movie, the one that was sort of early on in the movie The Other Guys, where it was Sam Jackson and The Rock.
That'd be amazing.
Like right before they died in like the first 10 minutes of the movie or whatever. I would have loved to have seen a fully concepted, fully thought out buddy cop universe with both of those two actors.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. No, I did not see anything about the John Travolta movie. I have seen, however, though, this movie keeps popping up. John Travolta was in a movie where he played a person who works on power lines. And it's some sort of action movie. So, I won't be watching that anytime soon. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, because you have such high taste. You have...
What's up between you and me?
What's up?
Well, you're not looking. I'm being like a fucking goldfish for that comment.
I don't have goldfish.
Well, look how good I am.
You ate
Look
them
how
all.
good I am!
Oh, shit.
P.S. I love this Best Friend XOXO is your opportunity to nominate someone in our community of best friends who you think is just doing a fucking bang-up job as a human being. You go to kindoffunny.com/bestfriend, fill out the form. Joey picks one, hopefully every day, and gives it to me, and then I read it for you, just like Michael Fitzgerald did for someone named Amy. How do you say this last name? Giles?
Giles.
Amy, it's probably, what is it? Is it Gills? Do you want
Gilly.
to say? I'm kidding. Amy Gills, of course, near and dear Amy Gills. Besides being a mod
cool.
and an active member of the
The fidget
community,
spinner.
Amy quite possibly has the best gift responses possible on Twitter. She is a beacon of positivity and always there to talk if needed. We love you, Amy.
She's an
You're the
incredible
best.
human being.
You are the BESTZs.
And
the besties.
I kind of hate that we only get to see her like once a year whenever
annoying.
she decides to come.
Here's what they should do.
We should do Kind of Funny Live in Ireland.
No.
With
No,
Danny
no.
O'Dwyer.
No, Danny doesn't even live in Ireland anymore. He
He
lives in
doesn't?
like
I
freaking
thought he moved
Annapolis.
back.
Nah, he lives closer to it, but he's not going back there. It's too cold. Amy, move your ass out to California. Boom, problem solved.
Do what's right.
Giveaway time, ladies and gentlemen. There's 4 ways you can win the giveaway. We give a game away each and every day. We reach in our little grab bag of codes that Greg Miller provides for us. We throw one out to you guys. How do you win? Andy, run us through the 4 ways.
There are 4 ways, ladies and gentlemen.
I told him that already.
You can be in the Twitch chat right now.
Boom! Look at you guys. You're
You
already
can
ahead.
be a Twitch subscriber on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. You can be a supporter on patreon.com/kindoffunny or patreon.com/kindoffunnygames.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
You're
guys.
welcome, Nick.
Today's winner comes from the Twitch chat. You lucky few that are here watching live. You are going to win a copy of Thimbleweed Park on the PS4. Congratulations to Dopamine Drive.
Dopamine Drive.
Dopamine Drive.
Dopamine
I
Drive.
was trying to say dopamine because I don't want to like.
Dopamine Drive
drugs.
sounds like a really cool band that I would have listened to.
What is
like
that?
would have opened for Foo Fighters.
I'm not giving that away, and here's why: we have way too much shit to send out. Let's send everything else out first, and then we'll give that away.
Okay.
We have 4,000 aprons to send out.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
joking.
And rocks.
Well, keep that for the new year when we're
can't
done
talk about that.
sending out all of the Christmas cards and aprons, and we'll give that one away. I like
So-
where your head's at though, because Cool Greg, I asked Cool Greg a while. I was like, "Can we just start giving away all the shit that's in that bag?" And he was like, "Yes." Actually, I think the word I used was throwaway, but we can give it away as well.
Congrats to Dopamine Drive.
Congrats, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go into the old 3 and 3, and then we'll kick it over to Tim and Gary Witta to do kind of funny.
Hi,
games together
Gary.
today. Hi, Gary.
Hello.
He says hello, guys. Gary says hello. You probably heard him anyway, so. We're doing 3 and 3?
We're doing 3 and 3. Mr. Yasman300 says, Nick, has someone sent you a photoshopped image of Pedro Pascal with Andy's hair? We asked for that yesterday.
I saw it on
Did
Twitter.
anyone do it?
I saw it on Twitter.
Great.
And I saw it, Nick, and I thought it was just a photo of Pedro Pascal. It looked so, like, convincing, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Pedro Pascal, just with your hair.
Right. No, but it looked like normal. It looked...
You got great hair.
There wasn't anything wrong with it, you know?
Richard Draken says, Nick, did you know that DMX was arrested for impersonating an FBI agent? I did not know that, but sounds about right.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds right. I'd love to hear that story. That's a movie in the making right there. Panzer 2 says, another great Comic Wednesday.
Did you guys address that?
Yeah. Huh?
It's next week, right? Did you guys already address that?
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Oops.
Sorry. Spider-Man's cool. Check out the Spider-Man comic
No, we were
book.
supposed to read Infinity War.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize, everyone. I forgot. That's not my beat. That is Tim and Greg want to say. Tim!
No,
Oh, he
so it's
didn't
next
read
week.
it.
Yesterday they said they're going to do this next week.
Did they say yesterday?
Yesterday they
Yeah.
said we were going to do this next week.
Okay, we are doing it next week, apparently.
Good to know.
I don't know. I only host a show every day.
Good
I
to
should
know.
probably know this, but well, who cares? Sorry about that, guys, but we will just extend that to next week, apparently. Queue up your questions, comments, criticisms, or concerns, and we will talk to you guys about that right now. JBCCCCC01 says, Nick, the world's not enough is between Tomorrow Never Dies and Die Another Day. You're right. It is the world. No.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. No, it's not.
King Franchise asks,
Is it?
Andy, what do you think about the Cavs' 12-game win streak?
I thought the world's not enough was the last one he did.
They were bound to get hot.
I don't know.
Andrew Francis. They were bound to get hot. So it feels like everything's back to normal in Cleveland, but they're still going to lose to the Warriors in the finals, unless people get hurt, because
Get kicked
Steph
out.
Curry's hurt right now. But the thing is, Steph Curry got hurt, and Kevin Durant was ejected
are
from the
right.
game, and the Warriors still won by 20 because they don't need Kevin Durant.
Man, that movie was painful.
They're
You're
great.
right. I was wrong. It's in between. Whew. That was weird.
Oh, I remember the world is not enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shermanator says, Nick, the Psych movie tomorrow.
Yeah, boy.
Are you gonna go see that?
I think it's on TV. I don't
Oh.
think it's released in theaters.
TV?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not like an internet thing? It's not.
I think it's just.
It's just gonna show
I
on
think-
USA or
I think the
something?
USA channel's showing it. I could be
Interesting.
wrong, but I thought that's what it was.
Interesting.
Hold on, let's look that up. I need to know this. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna forget. Someone's gonna remind me. I'm gonna go look it up. We're gonna watch it. Psych movie. Let's see where we are. Yeah, it's on TV soon. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. USA
interesting.
Networks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was way off.
Bro, they're not fucking giving the Psych cast and crew a wide theatrical release for the
Well,
Psych
you
movie.
never know.
Maybe
Like
TV.
You never know. Maybe
That's
limited
gonna be fun.
release or something like
James
that. I don't know.
Roday and Dule Hill, not. Yeah, they're not making it into theaters anytime soon.
That sucks.
There you go.
Do you
go to
all?
sub-only mode.
Lee Hustons asks, do you all think that Disney buying Fox is the reason nothing from Phase 4 has been announced? There were a lot of rumors about that. There were a lot of like.
would be my guess.
There's a lot of talks about that, like possibly we'll see another Avengers, but with some X-Men this time, or some
My
Fantastic
prediction is
Four.
this. I'm going to make a bold prediction. And I know there's never been an Italian on this show that's ever made a bold-faced prediction that he can't back up. But I will say this. 2019, we're getting a brand new X-Men movie. It's going to lead up to X-Men versus Avengers. That'll be the next Avengers movie.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Second Coming asks, Andy, Rookie of the Year or Little Big League? Rookie of the Year, all day. All day. You heat up the ice cubes. It's the best of both worlds. Remember that?
No.
You never saw Rookie of the Year?
Sure I did, but I blocked it out because it's not a good movie. The Assassin
whatever.
AK-47 says, Andy, anytime you want to take an L in NBA 2K, just let me know. All right? Cool.
I will. I probably will lose if we were to play, but we need to do a party mode, a proper party mode where we do a tournament-style NBA 2K match, and we're all wearing our jerseys, and our creative players are in the game.
Right.
I really want to make that happen.
That does
soon.
sound fun.
Yeah.
I'll do
Andy.
that too. Lexi Gunner says, "Hey Nick, can one of the members of Nick Industries film one of your open mics for Nick at Night?" No, but this Saturday you can come out and see it live for yourself. You see the man. You might, if I sweat and I wick it off, maybe some of it'll get in your mouth. Won't that be fun for
Gross.
you? You can taste a little. You can take a little bit of me home with you, my DNA. What were you
Robert,
gonna say, Cool Greg?
I googled Spank Bank, and the first four definitions on Google are saying nothing about an actual collection. It's all mental.
No, it's all mental. You guys are fucking crazy. The Spank Bank as a married man, trust me, I know, is all the things you got back here. All those memories that have just been rocking around over there for the last 10 years.
so check it out. Really cool concept from that episode of Black Mirror. You're recording everything constantly because your eyeballs have like this
it's a lens.
lens that records everything, and you can replay your memory, or you can replay everything you've seen. And so a big sort of topic that keeps getting revisited on that show is like you're having sex with your significant other, but you're replaying another memory of having sex with another woman.
Hot.
And so it's like in one of the scenes, a married couple is having sex with each other. And it looks like really hot and like steamy and stuff. And it was like, you could tell it was one of the first times they ever had sex because then it cuts to them having sex and it's them watching those memories and they're just in bed like lifeless, like having sex, watching the prior memory
that's
of them.
hot. That's awesome.
It's really, really
That's
cool.
disturbing.
Dude, it's such a good show, man.
See, I don't need that though, because I just tell my wife to call me Brad Pitt, and she does.
And who do you call her?
Oh no, she's fine. She needs a little extra help.
Oh,
from me.
okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I thought you were going to
I'm
call her
pretend like I'm Brad
I thought you were
Pitt.
going to call her like Ryan Gosling
No,
or something.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm just happy to be in the game. You know what I mean? I don't care what
okay.
position I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm just happy the coach called me up off from the bench.
Yeah.
And I get to be on the field.
Yeah.
You know?
Nick's 15 Seconds of Sports, also to sports.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Did the stream die? Are we still streaming? Looks like it is. If not, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Stick around. Tim Gettys and Gary Whitta will be back for Kind of Funny Games Daily, and Andy will be reading subscribers. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning for a lovely Thursday show. Goodbye.
AJ Frey, 34, you're wrong. Black Mirror is great.
I didn't say it wasn't.